I hope you do well too. Let me know if there's anything specific on your mind or if you'd like to continue our discussion.
Yes, the topic of our discussion is that the secret of building lasting habits.
Perfect. It's definitely a fascinating topic. We can dig into strategies like starting small, staying consistent, and maintaining that long term vision. Whenever you're ready, we can explore any specific aspects in more detail.
Yes, I think the first key point in this regard may be that we must start with small things, but we must think big. I mean, lasting habits begin with small, achievable steps. Um, Instead of setting overwhelming goals, we must focus on our mini actions.
Absolutely. That balance is key. By focusing on small, consistent actions, we build momentum and confidence. And over time, these tiny steps add up to significant progress. And having that big vision in mind keeps us motivated and focused on the bigger picture. It's a great approach.
Yeah, definitely. For example, if we want to read a book, and definitely we must have to start with the page first. And definitely, if we read the only one page on daily basis, definitely after some time, or you may say at the end, we will definitely end that book. So definitely, we start with small things or small steps, and that leads us to big goals.
Exactly. That's such a perfect example. Even if it's just one page a day, it keeps the habit alive and eventually leads to finishing the entire book. It's all about consistency and patience. Over time, those small steps really do add up to something big and meaningful.
Yeah, definitely. And the second point may be that consistency is more powerful than motivation, because I think when we start a work, definitely we are very charged and motivated, and we want to complete that target very quickly. But with the passage of time, our energy I mean, decreases with the passage of time. So the motivation is also gone. But I think the consistency, that is very important. If we keep on doing work, definitely we will reach our destination.
Absolutely, you're spot on. Motivation can definitely fluctuate, and it's natural for that initial burst of energy to fade. That's why consistency is so crucial. Even on days when motivation is low, simply showing up and doing the work, even if it's just a little bit, keeps the habit alive and ensures steady progress in the long run.
Yeah, definitely. And I think when we do a task repeatedly, it becomes our habit. And definitely, when the habit is I mean, when we do work with a specific uh, criteria, and we do on performing on daily basis, definitely it helps us a lot in reaching our goals.
Exactly. Repetition really is the key. Over time, those consistent actions become second nature, and what once felt challenging eventually becomes effortless. That's how habits form and how we steadily move toward our bigger goals without feeling overwhelmed. It's all about building that positive momentum.
Yeah, definitely. And the third step may be that we must design our environment for success. I mean, uh, we must live in the society or people that are very cooperative, very encouraging, and very optimistic. While definitely they hold our hands and guided us, advise us to our destination, and leads us to our destination, definitely. But on the other side, if we see a person who is surrounded by people who are, I mean, who gives a negative feedback and always demoralize, definitely it hurts, and it creates a kind of hurdle in our destination.
Absolutely. The environment plays a huge role in shaping our habits. Being surrounded by supportive, positive influences really helps reinforce good habits and keeps us motivated. On the other hand, negative influences can definitely create obstacles and make it harder to stay on track. So, designing our environment intentionally is definitely a powerful step towards success.
Yeah, definitely. And another key point maybe that there is a very common rule which we call the 2 minutes rule. And it means that if we start a work, we will start with small steps. I mean, we must repeat that work, continue that work for 2 minutes. We must start with 2 minutes, and we must go on increasing that time. After some time, definitely the time is increased as well, and our speed increases on the other hand. So definitely, this gives us a lot of confidence towards our towards reaching our progress.
Exactly. The 2 minute rule is a fantastic way to overcome procrastination and reduce resistance by making the initial step so easy. Just 2 minutes, it's much easier to get started. And once we begin, we often keep going beyond those 2 minutes, which naturally leads to longer and more productive sessions. It's a great confidence booster.
Yeah, definitely. And another key point is that we must track our progress, and we must celebrate our small wins. Definitely, when we are traveling for a long distance, we have to take first step, and if we continue moving uh, even with small steps, definitely um the time may be more, the time which we utilize to reach our destination may be more, but after uh, with the patience and with the struggle, definitely we will reach where we want to reach.
Exactly. Patience and perseverance truly pay off. Even if the journey is longer, every small step and every small win adds up and brings us closer to our goals. Celebrating those little victories along the way keeps us motivated and reminds us how far we've come. It's all part of the journey.
Yeah, definitely. And one of the another important point maybe that we must replace our bad habits. I mean, nobody is perfect in this world, so definitely everybody has faults. So, but he must he must he must compare himself, and uh, he should compare his good and bad habits a person has, and then if he has some kind of faults and some kind of um disadvantages in his life, definitely he must work on it, and he must try to minimize them. And if he tries to replace them with good habits, definitely after some time there will be more habits in it, and the number of faults which he has definitely will be minimized. So I think this creates a positive environment, and it will generate a positive energy as well, and definitely it helps in building our career and potential.
Absolutely. That's such a great point. Replacing bad habits with positive ones is really about intentional growth. It's all about self awareness and making those incremental changes that lead to long term improvement. Over time, those positive habits really do build a strong foundation for personal growth and success. It definitely creates that positive momentum and energy we need.
Yeah, and I think the one of the most important point in this regard is that we must stay patient, and we must trust the process. Definitely, uh, every big achievement needs a specific time to make it possible. So patience is the key. If we lose patience, definitely we will not be relaxed mentally. We will be in some kind of stress, and mental pain, which will definitely uh, affect our energy and affect our talent, affect our motivation, affect our work, and definitely in the end the result will not be positive. So we must be patient. Patience is the key in every department of life.
Absolutely. Patience really is fundamental. It helps us maintain a calm mindset and stay consistent even when progress seems slow. Trusting the process and giving ourselves the time to grow and improve ultimately leads to more sustainable and meaningful achievements. It's definitely a vital piece of building lasting habits and reaching our goals.
Yeah, definitely. And I think the accountability and sport is very important. I would like to explain this point in this way that when we perform something kind of activity, definitely we get a kind of feedback. Definitely, it may be positive or negative, but it gives us some kind of learning. So if the people who surrounds you and gives you a positive advice, and they definitely charge you to move towards your destination, so definitely I think it's one of the great key to accountable ourselves. And on the other hand, the support of the society, our relatives, friends, family members, definitely it's also very important.
Absolutely. Accountability and support go hand in hand. Having a network of encouraging people, whether it's friends, family, or mentors, really helps keep us motivated and on track. Their feedback and encouragement not only help us stay accountable, but also boost our confidence and resilience. It truly makes a big difference in achieving lasting habits and reaching our goals.
Yes, and other point is that we must learn from our setbacks, and we must not quit. So definitely, failure is a part of our learning, and if we stop when we get failed, so definitely we will lose. And on the other hand, if we take these failures as a challenging, and we take it as a learning process, so definitely we will carry on our work, and definitely it will help us in developing our mind, in improving and growing in any department of life.
Absolutely. That mindset is crucial. Embracing setbacks as learning opportunities really helps us build resilience and grow stronger. Every failure brings valuable lessons, and it's that persistence and willingness to learn that ultimately lead to success. So staying determined and viewing challenges as stepping stones definitely keeps us moving forward.
Yeah.